Hi guys, I'm Neal.
And this is Mike from DevilDriver, and you're watching CyHra production.
Hi, I'm Bea, and this is CyHra production today with the guys from DevilDriver. Hi, nice to meet you. How are you?
Good.
Okay, you are on a small but fine tour. It's only 3 dates: Essen, Nuremberg, Hamburg. Why did you play only 3 shows?
I think a lot of this was booked a little bit last minute, and the main goal of it was to hit some big festivals, download the others, but of course we had to at least come to Germany a couple more times besides the big festivals. So it was really just lack of time. We only had 2 weeks to be here. Tried to fill in as much as we could,
Okay. Yeah, small tour, but a large number of festivals.
Yeah.
You played Nova Rock.
Yeah.
Already, there's Download Paris, Grasspop, Copenhagen, etc.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to those festivals, and which one is the most special for you guys?
I'm very much looking forward to all of them. I think tomorrow is Grasspop, and I've never played Grasspop before, so I'm kind of looking forward to that one. And the other guys that have played have been talking it up for like a year, so I'm looking into that one.
I've done it quite a few times. I think this is going to be like maybe the 6th time DevilDriver's done it.
Oh, really?
Maybe more. We did it twice in 1 year once. We got lucky and we showed up a day early.
Yeah.
A band had to cancel. I forget which band, and you guys want to play? Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's great. How do you guys prepare yourself before going on tour? Is there something special, like eating favorite burger in a special diner or something like that?
Before the show?
Before a show, or before touring?
Before touring?
Yeah.
I'm usually too busy packing, and we usually have like 3 days of rehearsal before we leave.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a place I like, a Mexican place that I've turned him onto by my house, and that's usually when I get home. That's the first,
when you get home. Okay.
Yeah, LAX Mexican food, home, and a nice long nap.
Okay. Many DevilDriver fans were doubted after the long break and the member change if DevilDriver will hold on to their style. But as we can see, in 2016, your current album, Trust No One, was released, and for many it came different than they expected. The sound and the hardness was still there, just like a DevilDriver album has to be. How long have you worked on this album, and was the fresh wind of new musicians a good thing?
Yeah, it was. All together, I would say we worked on the album for about 2 years. Because Des was doing Cold Chamber, and at first I wanted to write the whole thing on my own because I hadn't met Neal or Austin yet, and Ashes wasn't in the band until the record was already done. But as soon as I met the guys, it was pretty instant.
Okay.
We got along really well. Neal brought a lot of ideas to the table. The first single was Daybreak, which is a song that was prominently written by Neal.
Okay.
And we just got along really well, and no arguments. It was just it was a smooth, fun record.
Really? Sounds awesome. Trust No One was released in 2016. Can we look forward to a new DevilDriver album in 2018?
Yes, it's actually almost already done.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't elaborate on it too much, but it's a country covers record. Like, we're doing Johnny Cash, Hank, a couple of the Hank Jr., Hank 3, Dwight Yoakam, a bunch of country artists, and we're making it full-blown heavy metal. And we've got a lot of guest singers like Randy Blythe from Lamb of God, and a long list of guests that are going to be playing on the record. Peter from In Flames, who just quit the band recently, he played bass on one track. Just lots of people. I think there's like 20 guests on the record.
Awesome.
It's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Okay. How do you guys write a new record or even a new song? Is there in the first place lyrics or the instrumental part?
It starts instrumentally for sure. Des is kind of the last one to touch it. Of course, he hears everything going along, but it starts either Mike or I have an idea, and we'll kind of one of 2 ways. We either record it by ourselves and kind of flesh it out at our own stuff and then bring it to each other, or we just sit in the room together and see if we got something, here's a riff or this or the other. But after that, then we ended up like adding, you know, studio, like fake drums, but sounding good fake drums in his studio, and add all that stuff. Then we give it to Austin, and then Des finally writes, you know, his lyrics and melodies, if applicable, after that.
Okay. And do you collect ideas on tour, or even write songs on tour?
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's not a lot of, there's time for everything, but just I never have a guitar in my hand. I feel like I play guitar less on tour than I do at home. But yeah, I mean, I totally have iPhone notes, just like most dudes, you know.
Great. Do you ever get tired of touring, or of each other, or even of the other bands sometimes?
I think everybody does at some point, but it seems like for me, the last week is always the hardest. It doesn't matter if it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's the last week where you just know you're going to be going home soon. Yeah. And I think everyone kind of knows that, and it just gets in your head to like, okay, 2 more shows, 1 more show. Okay, let's go home, you know. But I still enjoy it, and I know Neal does too. I mean, I like touring. I like being able to see the world, and I can't really imagine doing anything else.
Okay. Cool. What is the most funny or stupid or stupid thing ever happened on tour?
Funny or stupid?
No, we got a ton. I just can't even think of one right now.
That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah,
well, I won't say what band it was, but our guitar tech on one of the last tours we did, he's not out on this tour, but he had a friend that was a cop pretend to arrest someone else in another band, and the joke didn't go over so well.
Okay.
They were really mad.
Yeah, like he almost got kicked off the tour.
Oh. Okay.
It was a joke, but
no,
it didn't turn out to be. I didn't see any of it. I didn't even know what was going on. But when I came back, I just kind of sensed the tension in the air, and I'm like, okay, what happened? Something happened around here, you know? Yeah. But in the end, everything ended up being okay. But it's just, it wasn't the best planned out prank. A lot of bands will pull pranks on other people, but. I guess you gotta be careful who you pull that prank on.
Police joke it's a sensitive joke.
Yeah, it could be a little sensitive with some people. Like, I've never been arrested, so it probably would have been better to pull that prank on me.
Okay.
But.
So he tried to be funny, but it was at the end a stupid thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a difference between shows in America or Europe, especially in Germany, and does the audience behave different?
Yeah, I'd say every country is different. I'd say Germany and the United States is fairly similar.
Yeah.
When you go over to Holland, it's a little bit more mellow. But it even goes from state to state in the U.S.
Yeah.
Or city to city, even.
I think it is. German crowds are most like, if you're just going to pick all of Europe and say it, but German crowds are pretty close to American crowds, for sure. You have better beers and better catering, though.
Yeah. And the further east you go, it's just the crazier the crowds get. You know, like
Really?
Ukraine, Russia. It's just, I mean, you know, he was doing a solo in a Ukrainian festival, and they had road flares out there. We got a picture of him doing a solo and holding up a road flare at the same time.
Okay.
You know.
Wow.
So yeah, they like to set things on fire in Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
I mean, we played Moscow in the past, and people have set stuff on fire indoors.
Oh no.
They're just, oh my god.
A little bit scary.
A little bit.
Okay. You have a cover song, Sail. The song has far more than 4 million views on YouTube. Why did you choose this song for a cover?
When we were working on Winter Kills, the band that wrote that song, AWOL Nation, that song had just started to become very popular. I hadn't heard it yet, but Dez's kids were listening to it a lot. So, you know, just around the house, he heard it, and we were trying to think of, we were going to do 2 covers on that record, and the other one was going to be a Tom Petty song called Running Down a Dream. Okay. And I heard Sail, the other guys in the band, Neal was in the band at the time, but I heard it, and I was like, yeah, this could be a cool metal tune. And we rewrote it, we did the Tom Petty song too, and I thought the Sail song was so good, even before we finished it, that I really pushed the band to not do the Tom Petty song, because I thought Sail was just going to completely overshadow the other cover.
Okay.
And the other one was good, but you know, luckily I think I was right because it's one of our bigger songs now.
Okay.
But it's just a song that Des heard, and we had done a couple covers in the past, but it was just a fun idea when we ran with it, and it turned out to be. It almost didn't go on the record either.
Really?
It was going to be like a B-side that was released later, and I talked to Des, and I was like, dude, just put it as the last track on the record. Kind of like, and I used Pantera's Planet Caravan, you know, on, what was that, Far Beyond Driven? Mm-hmm. As like, they put that song last on their record. I'm like, if Pantera can do it, then we can do it, you know, and have something a little bit more mellow on there, and so.
It worked.
Yeah, it definitely worked out in our favor.
Okay. Touring is stressful, I think. I don't know, but I think touring is very stressful. What do you guys do on off days, and what is the first thing you do when you come home? You told
what do you
already.
Do on off days, Neal?
Off days I sleep. I stay on my butt. They're making fun of me because like I always make these big plans. Like I'm going to go out and do something and do these things, do illicit things, and then I end up just being really tired. And my body knows, whether I know it or not, that I need to rest, and then I just end up on my bunk, and I'll get out, drink a couple beers, and just go back to my bunk and watch Star Trek or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how he stays in his bunk all day. I wish I could do that. I can't. I have to get up and do something.
Okay.
But usually off days are very mellow, no drinking, and just calming down for a while. You know, it's and you know the good thing is like we're all in a band together and we really do like each other. Like I'm not just saying that, and so we do enjoy other people, you know, each other's company. So some of us like to stay on the bus. Sometimes we'll go out and do stuff, but we like hanging out with one another.
Okay, great. How would you describe the music of DevilDriver to people who aren't familiar with this kind of music?
He's a better one to ask because he's seen more of it as an outsider than I have.
I mean. The title groove metal is the easiest way to put it, but I don't know. It's got elements of death metal in it. It's just a normal metal band that tries to groove. I don't know. That's it.
Okay. Try to groove. Okay, yeah. That's great.
It doesn't try. We do. But
you groove. Okay.
When people ask me like what kind of type of metal, I mean, you know, there's so many subgenres of metal these days, and people are like, one day someone told me that we were a metalcore band. I didn't even know what metalcore was. I had to look it up.
Yeah.
But usually I'll just say we're just a metal band, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, just straightforward metal.
That's the easiest. It's just a metal band.
But I do like, you know, a lot of people don't like to get labeled as one thing or the other, but. When I first heard the groove metal label, I didn't mind that. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, last question for today. What do you guys have planned for this year and for 2018, except of the new album?
Well, we got some touring plans coming up in the States, and next year I'm sure we're going to be touring the States. We're going to be touring Europe. There's definitely some possibilities of going over to Australia.
Okay.
And we're going to be releasing that record at some point. We don't have a release date yet, but that'll be coming out. So just staying busy.
Yeah, no plans of stopping at this point.
That's cool. So thanks for the interview. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Goodbye.